uniform groups, I think it's like a very unlikable category of CCA. Like,
nobody want to go one.
Then I went to go and research the CCA, right? In like those forums already. They're like, bro, this is like the worst like 3 years of my life.
Everybody hates it. Yeah, there's no one that like, oh my god, look back on the good old days. Where I got treated like shit.
Take 1 to 4. It's good to be in Singapore. This is the SG Draft Podcast. I'm your host, Leon, and welcome to another episode of the SG Draft Podcast presented by the Chit Podcast Network. Now, for those of you that are tuning in via YouTube, any sort of podcasting platform, hi again. Thank you so much for giving us a try, for giving us a listen. We're just a bunch of Singaporeans that have to sign up for CCA.
Co-curricular.
A bit lag. But speaking of people that have to sign up for CCA, once again, I'm joined by my drafting crew and the return of the missing copy bro, Brandon. Brandon, how are you doing?
What's up? I am doing much better than last week.
There's a bad illness, Is it like a virus or what?
Yeah, it was like a crazy illness. I thought I was going to die for a second there.
Oh, really? It was like that bad.
It's the first time I maxed out like the amount of Panadols that you can take a day. You know?
That must have been bad, yeah. As in like it was just body ache, fever, all this or like.
Yeah. It's like a crazy high fever that the body aches, and to the point that I like a bit delirious. I don't even know I don't even know what time is it. I don't even know where am I. I just like wake up and then I go back to sleep. Wake up, I go back to sleep. I'm just like, oh my gosh. But you just feel so hot and you feel so cold at the same time. You're just like, wow.
Yeah, I was telling Brandon, right, that when Paul got dengue, I sent papaya leaves to his house.
Oh my! Don't get me started on that, man. It was like the worst thing I had to
Sucks,
drink.
right? The taste, the worst taste.
It's like you close your nose and drink. You still can taste it a bit, you know, that kind.
Brandon, are you feeling better considering everything?
Yeah, I'm feeling much better now.
Are you excited to be back?
I'm excited. I'm stoked. I'm ready to take it down.
You take MC, bro. Take MC for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm sure you are just as excited as students that are registering for CCA. That was a horrible segue.
I don't want to go home. I want to go to CCA.
Do you remember how excited I was when I filled in my choices?
Yeah, when you fill in your choices, right? Okay, specifically, we're going to be doing a CCA draft because we didn't want to do a back to school draft yet, because I think that one's really appropriate to do when the school year starts. So I think they'll be doing that next year. But we did want to have some sort of like a CCA school-related topic, which was something that Jing Yong recommended that we go and try. Before we lean over and start talking about the CCA stuff, we have to talk a bit about last week's draft, which was the Coldplay draft.
Stream.
Brendan, which team do you vote for?
I vote for Team 1.
Mainstream. Why? Mainstream.
Mainstream.
Hey. Which is true, but it's because really, honestly, with every other group, right, only have one song that I like. But the first group, the Team 1, I remember had like 2 or 3 that I like. I was like, Team 1 it is then.
Saved by the mainstream. But actually, Jing Yong, your team was so very mainstream, right? Got a lot of mainstream songs.
No lah, I think our fans not young enough to be BTS ARMY.
Actually, that was
not enough ARMY.
I almost voted for Jing Yong team because of the
BTS.
You
But I do think, right, if from the start we got say that we will allow the someone featuring Coldplay, right? And then if you draft someone just like this, right, you'll be very different, no? Because that one I think is very popular. That song.
Something just like this.
Paul, you're telling me that your friend he didn't vote for his team because he picked Live in Technicolor 1, right?
No, he didn't vote for my team because he didn't like my last pick, which was the Till Kingdom Come. But if I told him if I put Live in Technicolor 2, then he will have automatically voted for my team.
But oh well. I will say that for this Coldplay draft, I won the draft. I do think that it was because I picked more mainstream songs. I think the only song that's not so mainstream is the Everglow. But even the Everglow, like in Coldplay fans, is like a cult, like a song lah. Like an anthem pleasing song lah. Yeah, lor.
Worry
about that.
I'm not.
Oh no.
I got in right. I got into the page that I was selecting seats, but it's because right, I selected seats too many times, right? That the page got refreshed. Because the thing is, I keep selecting seats, right, and they keep telling me, "Oh, so sorry, your seat has been taken. Your seat has been taken. Your seat has been taken." Then to the point, I think on my 8th or 9th time, right, the thing auto refresh. You're back in the queue. I was like, I don't want to be back in the queue, man. Why am I back in the queue? It's such a troll because the first word that I saw suddenly is like, "Congratulations, you are back in the queue.
You're in the queue.
So no.
But will you guys be trying for Taylor Swift one?
Yes,
Yes,
Take
sir.
it. Right.
I will trade my Coldplay ticket for Taylor Swift.
Serious? Come on.
I think. But honestly, if you give me a choice, right, I also will choose Tay than Cole.
Yeah, man, Tay, bro. Tay.
Yeah, I will still pick Coldplay, but I understand like because Taylor Swift is iconic lah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Plus,
Performance
I went
wise,
to I saw this guy, right? He did the mathematical breakdown, right, of every single person, right, their chance of getting a ticket, like regardless of like your positioning or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
He says that every Singaporean, right, considering the fact that there's 22 million interested, right, you have a 2% chance of getting the ticket. So good luck, everyone.
It's quite a lot. 2% is. I think I did it. Lesser. I think it's
2% out of 100. Your chance is 2%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you must
correct.
take into consideration that all the overseas people that will also participate and
No, I'm pretty sure the 22 million is inclusive of overseas.
Also the overseas people.
And it's also including the fact that some of the tickets, right, they have to allocate for like sponsorships or like for
Yeah,
like,
so it's
let's say, like,
Yeah.
Also, whoever is going to be going for that Taylor Swift stuff, good luck to you.
Good luck, man.
Yeah, what's the Hunger Games one? May the odds be ever in your favor.
Yeah.
All the best guys.
So Hunger Games also don't even have 22 million people.
Exactly. All the best to you guys trying for the Taylor Swift concert. Okay, but now let's sort of like divert over to this week's topic, which is the CCA draft. Before we start off, I'm just going to name off the subcategories that we're going to be doing because this is a subcategory draft. I don't think we can just pick CCAs. Like we just end up picking all sports lah. So the first one it will be sports. Next up will be uniform group. Next one will be performing arts. Then the next two is CCAs exclusive to girls. So I would say it's like only girls can take part in the CCA, which is I think quite a few lah. Yeah. And I really want to exclude that like small portion of CCAs. And then lastly also it'll be the Slacker CCA. So it's like the best Slacker CCA lah. Do you know what I mean? Like you go there, you just Okay, this one's quite interesting. But before we start, do you guys have any questions or queries?
Because I have some CCAs in mind that falls into two categories. So like for example, if they fall into both
Then we see how.
girls and sports.
Okay, if it's a girl / sport, right? If it's a only like for instance, there's a female version of this sport, right? If there's a male version counterpart to that, right? It'll fall under sports. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
But if there is just a female only, like only females can participate in this thing, right? Then it just goes unto female lah. So it overrides the sport category. This one will be the main.
But if there's a guy version of the club,
If the male counterpart, it means like for example,
Don't say.
First, I keep trying to say like
Giving
a
away picks.
lot of the female CCAs, like the reason why they're female only is because they have like a male counterpart that is also like for example a group. Like there's a girl one and then there's a guy one.
Oh, yeah,
So, I mean,
no. Then that will be, it's just like, I understand what you mean. It's like, then they'll just be specifically under girls lah, because that means that only girls can participate in this certain thing.
Okay,
but let's say, I would say it's more specifically sports. So like for instance, if there's okay, I will take the pick as an example. Okay, let's say for instance like silat, okay, or something like that. There's a male silat and there's a female silat ma, correct? Yeah, it doesn't matter. So as long as it'll just fall under sports because it's silat. Do you understand? Yeah.
I was gonna take silat.
No, you won't.
Nice try.
Nice try.
We just see lah. We just see.
Okay, but before we start, right, when I was researching all the stuff, right, I would say that actually uniform groups I think it's like a very unlikable category of CCA. Like.
Yeah, nobody want to go one.
Because I was like, okay, should I take this one? Then like Will it get me the
No,
votes?
yes, exactly, right. Yeah, a lot of the time I was looking at the prestige of the CCA, right. Then I went to go and research the CCA, right, in like those forums already. They're like, bro, this is like the worst like 3 years of my life.
But everybody hates it. Yeah, there's no one that like, oh my god, look back on the good old days. Where I got treated like shit.
Must go back to school on Saturday.
Exactly.
Hey bros, I challenge all of you, right? Go find some secondary school or primary school kid now that hit you and say, I want to join uniform group one. Wow, I take my hats off to the guy. I'll treat him to a meal at McDonald's.
As he raised up his hand, right, his mom is pulling some like puppet string to raise it up or something like that. That's the only reason they keep that.
So the Slacker CCA can be anything that we deem it to be the mishuk to escape one, right? That kind.
Yeah, but don't be like, how to say be bad at this sport and then I be a slack. You know what I mean? Like,
relax that kind.
Yeah, it's a CCA that is just legit be a slacker. And then we were saying that as long as you can prove that there is such a CCA, right? Like for instance, you say like, at this, or like at
sheep herding.
Yeah, sheep herding at Serangoon Primary School or something like that, right? If they have, you can justify that. I think it's fine, Yeah, as long as there's some like physical proof or whatever, I'm now going to spin the wheel. I have to use one advantage because I won the draft. So everyone else.
No.
Okay, let's go. Ooh, the return, Brandon.
Woo, nice one.
What position would you like? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I shall go second.
All right, Brandon will go second. Okay, next up, it's me, brother.
It's you, brother.
I will go number 1. Okay.
Wow.
All right, next up.
Looks like me and Paul might be in the same position as we were last week.
Yeah, we just be the same position again, bro.
Yeah.
Ji Yong.
Then he's gonna go.
As usual, he takes the 4th spot. All right. So for this week's draft, the draft order will be myself, Brandon, Paul, and then Ji Yong. I get back to back to round off the first round. All right. With that out of the way, let's get right into the draft. Hey. All right. With the first official pick in the CCA draft, I would just want to say, preference this pick by saying that before this draft started, this Jin Yong said something that I was hoping that he didn't say this out loud to other people because
it's like a secret thing.
Because I think that it's true, to be honest, right? The female specific category is the weakest category. As in, it's not as deep as the other ones. So I think that if I were to compare, like, I feel if I go one round back, right, I can still sort of survive picking the other categories, but the female one is the one that I will struggle with the most. So with that out of the way, right, I think that the most iconic female sport is netball. If you pick this,
I will just quit now. Damn it!
Yeah, it's netball.
Damn it!
To be honest, it's a very, like, how to say, it's an interesting sport.
It's a sport that all the pretty girls play, man.
Yes. Oh my god.
Yeah.
You know, if there was a position for equipment manager for netball, right, I would have signed up regardless of CCA points.
Oh, you lost your ball. Let me help you.
I can't get unfair. Like in the US, in Japan, there's this position of like equipment manager or like manager of the team, right? Uh-huh. And that's how most love stories come to like your mangas or your stories, ma. But Singapore don't have everything is the teacher pao ka liao. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but the interesting thing about netball, right? That personally, like, okay, we don't really have a chance to play because we grew up playing other sports, lah.
Yes.
But once in a while, you will get the opportunity to like go and like play on a netball court or whatever, or you go and like play a game. It's a bit like captain's ball, but with more strategy, right? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Once you enter a certain area around the goal,
then there's only like designated people that can shoot.
Yeah.
Huh? There's only designated people that can shoot.
Yeah, there's only the GS, the goal shooter.
A few positions, yeah.
If I'm saying correctly, it's only usually the tallest people who shoot.
Singapore used to be
or defend.
Singapore used to be quite good in netball, ma. I remember we like won first or second or third in international competitions.
Yeah,
Australia, they were the few,
Yeah, but me and I think me, Brandon, and Paul, we grew up with people that played netball, right?
Cannot trash in captain's ball, bro.
A CCA, the female category is the most like the first thing that everyone thinks of, lah. Do you know what I mean? As the female category, lah. I mean, there are other things.
Like my
also.
first picks, yeah.
Oh, you were your first pick, lah.
It's my first on this, yeah.
It was also my first pick also.
Jin Yong, would that be your first?
Go first, right?
That would have been my first pick because honestly, when back in my secondary school, I cannot say the name now, that was the first time I really felt the advantages of having court side seats.
But the good thing about a subcategory draft, right, is that, how to say, if like 3 people take, right, or like say one
Then you can
specific
leave it
category
alone.
in the round. Yeah, because then one will take already, so it's like then you can strategize how you want to take differently and stuff like that. But for me, it's like subcategory, the weakest one I have to take netball. Alright. First pick overall is netball. Next up, Brandon, what you gonna take?
Oh wow, this is confusing right now. Oh wow. Oh, I want to ask, right? Wow, but I don't know how to ask this without like
Without tipping
the picks. Yeah, because like for example, right? I don't know, because when I say it, right, the moment I say it, right, is the pick is out already,
Okay.
I can ask this without saying, like for example, for arts, right, under the category arts. For example, let's say if I pick like I'm just going to pick it. I'm just going to pick it. I just forget it. I'm just going to say let's say if I want to pick band.
Okay.
But the thing is, there are so many different instruments that there are other CCA in some schools, right? The CCAs, they break down the CCAs into a lot of other groups.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah. So if I pick band, does it mean that someone else can pick like the other groups, like other
orchestra, wind ensemble, all this? Or let's say
ensemble,
strings, quartet, this kind of thing.
I think can leh. But if I were you, right, I would take the broadest version of that.
Yeah.
So
that's why I said I will take band because band covers every single instrument within the
nice
the
one.
band.
Then
Yeah, I think okay lah. Because technically yes, but I also think that people can still take the other mini versions of that thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So are you taking this or not taking this? Megridos again.
Megridos.
No, so because you see, now I feel very bad because I tip picks, right? But like because you say that you can pick other things, right? I wouldn't want to pick it anymore, you know.
what is this?
Okay, one time.
just take
This one
something that
time.
you
Okay, one time.
Yeah, one time. After that, no more already. Okay. Yeah, what are you going to take?
I'm going to pick dance.
Oh, okay.
Dance club.
Interesting.
Oh, nice.
Dance.
Dance. Okay. What type of dance?
Like, cause the thing is, every school, their dance club, right? Their name is different, for their hip hop and R&B dance.
I think Jin Yong, you will know this also, right? There are different types of dance CCAs,
yes.
right? Because he was from
it's quite clear.
arts. Yeah.
Off my head already got 3 different kind.
Yeah. But for instance,
So
for you, right?
I'm picking
The type of dance that you're looking for is maybe more like street performance, this type of dance, or what?
is the R&B, the hip hop.
Okay,
dance.
so that
hip hop
will
dance
be
modern.
that will
I
be
guess
modern
modern dance. And I pick it, especially in this day and age where TikTok is so popular, and honestly, having dance skills is like a very clear plus point in life. Be it when you grow older and you need to go to the clubs, right?
Flash mob.
You suddenly suddenly you realize, oh my god, all the skills I learned in secondary school led up to this very moment. Give me some space.
Clear the floor.
Clear the floor. Let me pass out my b-boy move. But nowadays, all those like younger secondary school people that learn dance, right? They are posting like a lot of all the fun dances on TikTok, right? Then it's like, they get a lot of like views and they become a lot very cool. Then it's like they got a lot more plus points to learn dance now, lah.
Yeah. Plus, I think as a CCA itself, right, it's quite fun because like you listen to good music. You also can keep fit because it's like you are dancing and then like choreographing stuff and it's very creative lah. Like you have to learn how to move your body and then like orchestrate or like create sort of like sequences that you want to build with the song and stuff like that lah.
Yeah, and I feel it's also one of the few CCAs where you are really damn very, very close with your CCA mates because like you really spend a lot of time choreographing and like planning like performance together, and it's like good memories. Yours like it's different from like uniform groups where you the bond is there because you all suffer. It's like army like all over again. It's like we are very close because we go through shit together.
Yeah.
But this is
like happy memories making together.
Yeah, this is happy memories together. Yeah.
What made it very cool in our era also, right, is that during that period, all the step up movies came out.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's like step 1, 2, and 3D. Then I always remember like moose and
Moose. Yeah. Oh my gosh, the moose moment. Suddenly everybody keep dancing in the rain.
Interesting pick. Arts, modern dance. Okay. Paul, you're up next. What are you gonna take?
Okay, but what if right the CC? What if the school right is a single sex school?
It's okay. It's fine.
Then will it be under a single like same sex CCA?
No. If there is a, like for instance, like I said, if you pick Silat, if like let's say, let's say for instance, Raffles girls right have Silat, but then ACS also have Silat, right? Technically both, then you'll just fall under sports lah. You know what I mean?
But if let's say this is I'm going to choose a female only sport, which I think is a female only sport lah, because it wasn't offered in a lot to guys in a lot of schools.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick gymnastics.
Oh.
Artistic gymnastics.
Okay. Here's the thing, right? I grew up in ACS, right, where I had someone that did gymnastics. Yeah.
Yeah, but he had to outside of school.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? I don't know whether is it like, but I do know for a fact that there's a certain branch of gymnastics, right? Yeah.
There's a certain branch and gymnastics.
Yeah, that is like specifically only females can take part. So I don't know, but you want to take gymnastics as a whole lah.
I mean, if it's okay lah. If not, then I'll change.
I think because because the thing is that I know someone personally that did gymnastics in school.
I get it. I also know him.
But what Paul says is true. So, but this is a very
offered in
singular,
our school.
Yeah. And almost every other, like my school, boy, like St. Gibbs don't have, like every like boys' school I know don't have the gymnast, like around all the Montfort, all the St. Gibbs, all
But I will not choose it because I don't want people to see then like, hey, this is not female only. Also got guys version of it. You know.
Yeah, it's up to you. I was just saying.
I'm just gonna change.
Okay. Easy lah. Yeah lah.
Let me toss another controversy up there. Okay, how about softball?
Oh.
I know that softball is a guy's school.
I would think that softball is more of a guy. Yeah, it's more of like a.
Oh yeah.
I would think gymnastics is much more a pick for female singular sport.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, never mind. Girls' Guide then.
You took my pick.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take it, bro.
Yeah. Okay. It's a
just
good.
Siam out of the first. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say it's the most famous female uniform group, right? There's one more.
I mean, there's one more, but I think when I think of girls only, right, I only think of netball, and if it's not a sport, right, then Girls' Guide lah. That's the only thing.
It's a non-Christian version of the art counterpart, if I'm not wrong. Correct? Yeah, this is like the main difference lah. So they don't have like Christian beliefs that are included in the teachings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I would say that for uniform groups, right, actually when I was researching it, a lot of it is like they teach the same sort of like
the principles and values. Yeah,
same principles. Just that maybe like one specific thing they teach you a more niche tactical thing or like a certain niche tactical thing lah. But
like the when in primary school it's like it's called the brownies or something, right? Like the brownies. Like it's called brownies.
It's called brownies.
Yeah. I think overseas it's called brownies.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like they sell I mean the common misconception is they go around the house and sell brownies or this.
Go guys, I think it's a good pick for uniform group also for female lah, because to be honest the ones that you immediately think of, right, not a lot. So it's like the first two that I think of. All right. After that long debate of yeah. Okay. See what you gonna take? Go back to back.
Okay, I'm going to pick the girl group first.
Oh damn.
Girl group.
Big in your area.
I'm going to pick this CCA that I'm not sure whether. Okay, I'm just going to say it. Ballet.
Oh.
I know Brendan does ballet. What?
Yeah, I did it in my free time.
Yeah.
I know
for the 6-year-old class.
Yeah. I know a few. Yeah. I break in the floors. Sometimes the floor's too hard, right? You need someone to like make sure to like soften the ground.
Yeah. But ballet, that I don't think, there's no way that it's a guy exclusive. Like it's also guys that take part in the. I don't think so. How to say? As a girl, it's a good skill to have, but it's very painful.
Yeah.
I see them stepping on the toes and stuff like that. Ooh,
I feel like that's why I feel like a lot of people, a lot of the girls, even my sister, they like almost every girl did ballet when they like I know they did ballet when they're younger, but it's a lot of times it's like they were forced to.
Damn.
It's like they don't have like it's like a lot of them have not that fond memories of ballet, especially if they did it when they're younger, then they stop.
But Tinyo, right? Do you know whether ballet is offered in the school itself, or is it like a CCA that they have to go out of school and then do it? Or
I actually found this on Hougang Primary's website.
Wow, so it's like they really like bring a ballet instructor to come and teach them and stuff like that, lah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I think it'll be a good thing to teach like in primary school, Like
Yeah. It really,
Because like those people cannot afford outside, then they can just
yes, that's correct. Because it's an expensive,
it's
expensive like sort of like
the shoes, right?
That is
The
also
shoes
how
itself
some
is
of the
like
ballet teachers get their students, because they go primary school, secondary schools, they teach, and then after they so-called graduate, some will say, "Oh, can I follow you and continue being your student?" This kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Female ballet. Okay. Tinyo, what's your next pick?
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, my next pick. I cough because I very 激动. You know how to say? I was so nervous when Brandon said this pick, and then I was so glad he threw it away.
Okay.
Because this was my CCA last time, and I was because of my choices in life, I wasn't very popular. But this CCA made me very popular. Yeah. And then there was so much drama inside. Like it was the first keeping up with the Kardashians that I knew.
Okay.
Picking symphonic band.
Okay. Symphonic band.
Symphonic band is what instrument do you play?
I played the tuba.
Oh, you played the tuba?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
But I can imagine tuba is like one of the logistically most difficult things to.
Yes.
It's like,
people forget that
right.
because tuba is the bass, right? We don't get all the complex running notes, all the like melodies that's very difficult to play. A lot of my score is just one note, then 4-5 bars, then one note, another note. Right? It's very easy.
Bum, 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 bum,
Yeah,
bum.
correct. Yeah, exactly.
Symphonic band.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So when I was researching, right, about like what are the more difficult CCAs for people to take part in, right? A lot of people, they always recap and say that during the time in like band or whatever, right? They say like their one that is what do you call that, the orchestra?
Xylophone.
The guy that's
Conductor.
Yeah. They always say like the conductor is like going through some power trip in life.
Correct. Yeah.
Like what
What's that show? Whiplash. Were you rushing or were you dragging?
got one story of drama very funny because my conductor last time in my symphonic band, right?
Yeah.
He conducted like 3 secondary schools and 1 JC. He conducted us to a year, right? I think our batch was quite jialat in terms of the quality. Then he just suddenly say, like, you know, when my contract up, like I don't want to renew anymore. Then you all better buckle up, and you know. Then we all like panic. Then we ask like what's going on. Then we go and ask his other secondary schools. Then his other secondary schools like, oh, this one is what he always play. He just want you all to sign petition to ask him leave. Ask him to stay. Then like, huh? You all like 14, 15, you want us to play this kind of thing. So in the end, none of us signed the petition. Then he left.
Oh, okay, interesting.
I had a friend who was in like band also, right? Then every time when like he run 2.4, he can run damn long. Like his stamina is damn good, because
correct.
Because they use their diaphragm, right? Yeah, the diaphragm, right, to control their breathing, all this.
So one of the exercises
I also need to play the trumpet, all this.
Yeah.
This is what, the trumpet or the trombone? Is it? Are they the one that can run very fast? Bro, my trumpet player in my band was like this round ball. He runs like 5 steps. Like
yeah, but his lung capacity is still solid, right? The diaphragm.
Correct.
Yeah, you don't know, bro.
Yeah.
Later he can sprint them fast.
His body was holding him back. His lungs was doing the best they could already.
Can you imagine if he didn't play the trumpet, how big he would have been? This trumpet probably helped him a lot.
Yeah, true. No, it's not that they helped him a lot. Maybe he wouldn't even be able to run that 5 steps. He would walk only.
Yeah. But on top of that also, right? like I was gonna say that during this phase, I think it's very cool to learn some sort of like instrument or something.
Instrument,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah,
because
man.
it's like they're sort of forcing you to learn something that in the future you can use like as a way to
life skill,
musical
it's a
therapy
life
for
skill.
yourself. Yeah, and then you sort of appreciate it like going further, like, oh, actually the music that this person is playing, or even like in pop music or whatever, you can listen and then you can hear the details of like, wow, this one very well done or stuff like. Yeah, you appreciate music at like a deeper level. Yeah, which
I
think is a
actually
good thing.
enjoyed preparing for concerts, honestly.
Yeah, I can imagine also it's quite enjoyable. Yeah. I think this is a good pick. Yeah, I can imagine also like Leonard, if he was here, he'd be like, I would have picked this because
I
saxophone and stuff like that. Yeah. Good pick. I like this pick a lot. Symphonic band. I thought you were in another CCA. That was, but okay lah. But right.
Maybe he's like this kind that will sign like 3-4 CCAs. Okay,
no, I'm not that crazy. Hello.
Those people got too much time, man. They probably live in school.
Yeah. In poly, I was like.
Alright, Paul.
Okay, this is tough. I don't know what category to choose next, but I feel that the sports category I can come back later because there's a lot of sports. Okay, just for the fun of it, right? I will choose a uniform group.
Oh, okay.
Nice right, and I'm going to choose this CCA helps you to prepare for army next time. If anybody wants to listen to it. It is the National Cadet Corps. NCC. Bro, I tell you, when I was in school, right, I had friends who were in NCC. But I was like, why you going to do that? I said, bro, why you do that to yourself? I said that. Then they said, bro, you won't know, bro. Next time it will help you prepare for army. Then when I really went to army, right, at that time when I was in BMT, I don't know a lot of the things. I don't know the commands. I don't know how to march. Like my hands will go like it's not straight. Like it will be like curved in. Then I get scolded for not doing all this. Then I realized like a lot of people who were in my BMT, they already have experience like in NCC, so they know how to march properly already. Then I'm like, hey, okay, maybe I should have at least be more aware. No need to join, but just be more aware.
But a lot of people in your friends that did NCC, did they become regulars?
Some of them became officers lah, but they're not regulars.
Okay, so I was gonna say, right, like for me, it's nothing against NCC itself, right? But I feel that personally, I don't rank it very high as a uniform group, specifically for the reason, right, that all of us, right, eventually we all go army, then we all learn the same things. It's like they force us to learn the NCC things, ma. Yeah, so but I also understand like some people, if they really are passionate about it, right, and then they go and then become a regular or whatever, right, I understand like they're sort of like preparing themselves to go into the
lifespan is they know from secondary school what they want to be, that kind.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, but the only thing is that when I was reading up also about on the Reddit, right, a lot of people are saying that when they go in NCC, right, there's a lot of like ego tripping.
No, because
got rank on, bro.
Yeah, no, it's worse than
like one secondary two. I must call him sir.
No, bro, it's a power trip and it's worse than army. In my boys' school, right, the NCC, right, they were like, go get my books and you hold it on your head and you just wait there for me. And I'm just like, how is this a uniform group? So you just like hold the book on the head and just wait for you.
I remember stories like that as well.
It's like you give like power to like all your officer powers to secondary two people. Of course they're going to go on a power trip to young boys. So
correct.
Shout out that Brandon is the best.
We all don't like uniform groups.
It's the hardest to pick. Uniform groups. I'm gonna make it very clear. It's the hardest to pick. But also like how to say like the people that I know that were in NCC, right, in my Barker days or whatever, I know that they went on to become regulars. So it's like for them, they saw like I like this sort of like discipline lifestyle or this regimented thing, then I go inside the thing. And to be honest, right, a lot of people when they do well in NCC, right, it does boost their ego and it's like a thing. So it's like I understand like naturally you just want to go in army, then you can just have your like your power trip course for the rest of your life and stuff like that. Yeah. I think NCC, to be honest, is also iconic lah. Like to be honest, you can see like they wear the uniform and stuff like that.
Sometimes you go to the bus stop. Then you see like the kid wearing the NCC uniform, right? Then this guy is sergeant, yeah. Then I look at it, it's NCC. It's not, it's like not Singapore, right? You see?
Yeah.
NCC.
It's good. All right. National Cadet Corps is off the board. Okay, Brandon, what are you going to take?
All right. I think I'm going to pick a sports first.
Ooh.
The first sports.
The first.
I'm going to do my school proud. St. Gibbs. The one sport that everybody want to do. Soccer. Soccer. Honestly,
Soccer is not very famous in our school.
Yeah.
not that good.
ACS, I'm guessing.
We are the like the S League of the schools.
S League.
Division 4.
Division 4.
St. Gibbs is so I'm guessing St. Gibbs is very good at soccer lah.
Yeah, they're usually national number one. Haris Harun and like everybody, they're all like from St. Gibbs.
Because my memory is like Victoria is very good at football.
Victoria.
Yeah, Victoria also very good. But during my time, my school was like national, like St. Gibbs was national number one for I think like 3 years running, 4. Yeah. In my half the St. Gibbs team when I was there, right, they were all Nepalis, bro. They were all like Gurkha trained since young.
Are you serious? What the hell?
Yeah. So
you got club
like,
outside all this lah, for sure.
So like no, because they're all the Gurkhas, the kids, so all Gurkhas kids, right? They are trained from 3 years old, right? Yeah, they already trained like physically since they're 3 to like fight to do everything, bro. Yeah, so it's like their fitness level and their strength it's all like crazy insane. Like, it's like the captain of the school team, who is just Nepalese, he's 2.4 at the point of time when he went army, right, was like 8 minutes something, like 8 minutes flat.
What the hell?
Insane.
Bro.
3 lungs, bro. 3 lungs.
11 aside.
I mean, even you can't play, you can join the development squad and
watch
work your way up from there. Really, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, low barrier to entry. It's like really you just go there, have
like
fun.
Really grassroots.
Yeah,
anybody can join.
The cost of it to play also is not expensive. It's just like you just need to get the boots, get some jersey and stuff like that. And I also think you get the camaraderie stuff that a lot of other sports stuff, right? Like for instance, individualistic sports, right? It's different from playing in a team. Sport lah.
Yeah.
But Brandon, were you in this CCA? I think you jump a lot.
In primary school, I was in soccer. I joined soccer. I was a keeper.
Oh, that's not surprising, because you're the height.
The height.
Brandon Freedom.
I always like the attention, especially like that knows. No, especially when doing penalty shootout, then you just like
you would die.
Like everybody just like, then it's just like Brandon.
You never jump out, then whack the pole or that. Or do
yeah. When you very tall, right? I jump out, I always hit the pole.
But Paul, you also play soccer, right?
Whoa. Yes, sir. I was in for 1 or 2 years. I was in the team. Bro, it was a very weird transition because when I was in Sec 2, right, I was playing wing. But then in Sec 3, I had a growth spurt, right? Then my coach made me play centre backs, because of the growth spurt, yeah. Because I was like 1'4", 1'5" something in Sec 2. Then in Sec 3, I jumped to like 171, that kind. Maguire. Yeah,
but as a coach, right, wouldn't it make more sense to put you at right back?
No, but because
you're playing right wing already,
they were faster. I was taller than the right back. It's like, you just play centre back. Like makeshift guy. It's when I went to Sec 3, I wasn't in the first 11 anymore. I was like I was a sub.
Okay.
Okay, so centre back, like go. Like they just fill in for the centre back role, that kind.
Alright, interesting.
Yeah, that's quite funny.
Soccer. Yeah. Okay, good pick. I think soccer is a good pick. I think it's the most
iconic.
Yeah, iconic. Especially in Singapore, it's like very culture. Yeah. Alright. I'm up next. I'm also gonna take a sport. And as a ACS person, I would say that this is the most prestigious sport for males.
Oh.
Yeah. Because to be honest, it's a very like, how to say, especially if you grow up in ACS, right? This is like the sport that like everyone regards. And then it's a very competitive sport with other like
schools,
St. Andrews and stuff like that. Yeah. So I'm going to take rugby. And
rugby. Nice one.
Yeah. To be honest, it also takes a certain type of person to play rugby. It's not like everyone can play one. Because it's like you have to be willing to get injured. You have to be willing to go and smash into each other. Yeah. And when I was growing up, right, a lot of people ask me like, do you want to play rugby, right? But I know my personality is like, no lah, I'm not this type of person. But I had a lot of friends that played rugby, right? And their personalities are like the
bigger.
Yeah, but when you think about it as a guy, right, it's the stage where it's like really, okay, it gives me an excuse to go gym. It gives me an excuse to go and hang out with my friends to like do a sport together. And then it's not an expensive sport to do because it's like really just like you just take one ball and then one field and then you go and play. But for some reason, it's the most like prestigious sport.
If all the ACS, when they go to others, all the polys and all the like JCs also, you can tell that they are from ACS, and it's a very standard. It's always either rugby and another one other sport. Yeah.
Yes,
but,
correct. There's one more.
There's one more. But then you just really tell them that they got the say. Then they like, know that when they walk in, then they it's like you know ACS boys.
They got the say on.
Yeah, and also during that time, right, they are like, how to say, gymming already. So a lot of the rugby boys, right, they have muscle.
They're bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, they're already like more muscular, like. And then it's like only like a lot of us as guys, right, it's only like when we go like maybe JC, then we start pick up gym or this. But then it's like they're already learning it earlier, lah. Yeah. All right. Rugby is off the board. Okay, next up for me, right, I'm diving into the fun category. I'm picking the Slacker CCA.
Slacker.
Ooh, Slacker.
About it, there are a lot of like Slacker CCAs, but I feel that this is the only CCA, right, that you join. I feel that you don't learn anything valuable. You don't like learn any other additional skills or whatever, right? Is you just go there and then like waste time and then like and then you just read books, lor. So I'm picking the library.
Oh my god, that is like literally like one of my number one Slacker club.
Honestly, right, I asked a lot of people like before I did this stuff, like, hey, when you think about Slacker CCA, what you think of, right? My mother was like, oh, library club. Yeah, my colleague, right? I was like, my colleague was a teacher. And I was like, so what do you think of when you think of a Slacker? Oh, I would think that the stereotype is a library club. Yeah, they just confirm my bias or this lah. But I was thinking about it, right? They don't do anything that is like, maybe you learn how to do admin. That's about it. When you say, yeah, you learn how to sort books.
But I don't think this was like offered to us at that time. Is you volunteer at the library only. I think there's no such thing as a library club.
Yeah, but there is library club.
There is a library CCA, I know.
Yeah, but
some schools don't have.
It's because they don't need that many people. It's only they didn't need one like my main or one or two main member. Right? I remember my school, right? They it's like if you must like wait to the person like no, it's like no, like nowadays when you start working to get promoted, anyways for a person to die or to like to move on to the next place. Yeah. So in secondary school, it's the same thing. Wow, please wait for the person to either transfer schools or to graduate. Then the spot open, then everybody will like fight for that like, library club position. But then, like,
so it's quite a prestigious sport.
But it's honestly, right, this one and one more, right, is the first thing I thought of. I thought of like a Slacker CCA, yeah. Library club. And if you want to create a career path, be a librarian, I guess this is for you, lor. All right, Brandon, what's your next pick? What are you going to take?
I shall pick the Slacker one too. Start the ball rolling. Cause in my school time, right, like honestly, library club was the most slack, right? But I remember that. But the thing is, it's very hard to get into. It's like, I remember that in my time, like only one or two people can be part of the library club. The rest, cause like honestly, for most schools, the library ain't that big, man. Yeah, niche. How many people go to the books to take down the books and like mess it up? It's like how like you don't need to return that many books. But the next Slacker CCA that I remember that everybody joined, right? And I remember I joined for a while, and it's because it was
your friends are all there.
So my friends are all there, and then everybody play computer together. It's the computer club.
It's the computer club.
Slack.
The computer club. I remember in primary school, everybody go down there like, hey, Neopets. And literally, all we did was just play Neopets the entire day. We just like, we all play Mecha Chase. Like, it was a score. What's
that other game? LF2, Little Fighter.
Oh my god, LF2. Yes, Little Fighter 2. And that's the one where you and your friend can play on the same computer.
Yeah, you all share one keyboard and one mouse.
Yeah. I use WASD, you use the directional pad.
But what do you learn actually? Like, is there like a structure or syllabus for you to program for you to follow?
At that point of time, I remember my objective of the computer club is to cause at that point of time, computer was still very big and very new, right? I remember at that point of time is to like gain knowledge about like the internet or like no, bro. At the point of time, not even PowerPoint. It's like explore what your interests are online. like what kind of games you like. What kind of like.
I love it. I love it already.
You just like
it sounds like a whole lot of bullshit, man.
I like it. This is good. This is a good. Like,
I like it too, brother.
Literally on the computer club, it says like explore your interests. A platform where they can share knowledge on the current trends on like IT.
Damn. Sounds fun, huh?
So today, you're at Excel, right? You're just write your name and like your IC number and which class you're from. Like we'll all learn to do this together. Then after that, like, okay, you all can go play your games already.
Wow, this sounds like them fun. Yeah. I wish I could have a CCA like that. Especially my like the JC period. But yeah, like JC period. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But I would think that they will teach you like basic stuff like how to type, right? No?
Yeah, I see like
how to like where your finger should be placed, FDSA, all that. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? No. I remember during my time, like they will see the way you type, like, wow, you're quite comfortable. Like, yeah. Make a chase like WSD. But in ACS, right? They made us all learn how to type, leh. Do you remember, Paul?
No, there was like in our timetable, there's really computer class. Like IT class.
Oh, is it?
Like one
IT
class.
class.
You all learn how
to
1
type.
week, that kind.
I think this is a
I
good
totally forgot about it, yeah.
Alright. Paul, you're up next. Computer club. Score on what you're going to take.
I will choose a Slacker, but I have a feeling maybe Jing Yong will not pick this. So I will take the sport first.
Brother.
Yeah, I will take the sport first.
Wait.
And it's the ACS second most famous sport.
Oh.
And it is the water polo.
Water polo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like
surprising.
water polo was one of the sport, right, where I felt that if I didn't, like looking back, like if I had joined, I think I'll be like, have like the Michael Phelps kind of body, you know. Really, it's like, I see all my friends, like until now, right, when I look back, it's like, in upper sec, they really have like the chest, the broad shoulders.
The shoulders.
The bicep,
the shoulders.
Yeah. The legs also, because you have to check. You have to constantly check water, ma.
Yes. I had two set of friends, right? Like one of them is like they just take part in water polo. So they were like, they didn't go gym all this time. So they were like very lean. So it's like lean but can swim fast and stuff like that, right? But I had the other group of friends, right? It's like they gym and then they go water polo. And then you can see it's like, wow, their V damn nice.
Their V, wow.
I remember last time the goalkeeper was damn good. The Indian guy, right? I can't remember his name.
Rishi,
yes. Then he was like, yeah. Then he will every day, whenever they get a match, like they'll come to they'll announce to the school the score, or like, oh, we played ACSI like yesterday and we won. Then our good friend here played like Prime Buffon or something like that. Yeah. Then the whole school,
Rishi Shankar. Yes. But I also do feel that it's a very prestigious, exclusive thing because not a lot of schools can afford to have like a swimming pool. Yeah. So it's like, not the most accessible, but I think if you have the ability to be in a school that has a swimming pool, right, I don't fault you for going trying to do this type of thing.
Yeah. No, but even it's the same for rugby as well. Because rugby, like not many schools have rugby.
Yeah, not that many. Yeah,
they were at school and rent a few. The school had to rent a few.
Yeah, that's why they consider it a bit more like a atas sport.
Atas, yeah. So that's why I say ACS. Whenever people think ACS boys is like the standard water polo or rugby boys.
Elitist.
Elite. Then they got like those always got middle name one like Theodore Ashton James. Theodore Ashton James. Oh my god.
Alright. Water polo is off the board. Okay, Jing Yong, back to back, what are you gonna take?
I'll pick my uniform group first.
Oh,
because sports I don't need to pick sports. I'll pick my Scouts.
Oh, Boy Scouts.
Oh, Boy Scouts.
So
the red scarf.
The story is that I was in Scouts for 2 years when I was in primary 5 and primary 6. I didn't go there like me dad say. Literally my mom pulled the strings behind me and then
like force you to go lah.
Yeah. Because when I was in primary 4, I keyed you and say I want to join a sports club. Yeah, but my coach trained us for 1 year, then he retired. Then my mom said, okay, then we go Scouts.
But
do you enjoy what I like about Scouts is that there is not so much regimentation, and then they are very focused on, besides the Christian element to it, they focus a lot about teaching, so-called, they want to teach young kids how to survive in the wild. So there's a lot of cooking, there's a lot of knots tying up the, don't know what A-frame.
They must collect badge, right?
Yeah, collect badge, correct.
The
Yeah.
Carl
Batch for things like
Fredrickson.
you have to sew, you have to create a fire, this kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's good, because like scouts, right, in a way, it's like they teach you like you have to work for something to get something in return.
Correct.
So it's like, you
Yeah.
have
Then
to
you have
master a
to.
certain skill or master a craft. Yeah.
Yeah, but to some other people, they laugh lah because scouts are always tying knots, man. They're always trying to tie the different poles together to put out some structure. Yeah.
But I saw like the scouts, the website, right? To go and see, like quite interesting, like how they lay out like your age, like you are a Cub Scout first, then you become a normal scout, then you become the progression is quite nice lah. If you ask me if I had a boy, right, and then I want to put them in a certain CCA, I think this might be the one that I might do as compared to others lah. Yeah,
because one of their motto is to train the ruggedness in young men.
Yeah.
So I think it's actually quite a nice thing.
Yeah. But also the uniform is quite iconic lah. The green color.
The red tie. Is it red tie or red scarf?
Red scarf. I think it's a red scarf.
Red scarf.
Yeah.
The scarf, right? Yeah.
Then they got this walker thing have to
Walker.
Where the cap is
Interesting.
Green cap as well. Kaki.
Yes, the green cap.
Yeah.
Kaki cap.
Okay. After scouts, what are you going to take? Siong?
I'm a bit torn between my slacker. Should I go for the Chinese one or should I go for the Angmo one?
I know the Chinese one.
Okay, I'll go for the Chinese one because I don't want to clash with Paul for this pick.
Okay.
I'm going to choose Chinese calligraphy.
What?
Never heard of this, Chinese calligraphy. As a CCA.
This CCA nobody will join from our school.
bro.
Because ACS
nobody will join.
Chinese is really jialat, really.
Okay, bro, you
write
have
the
to
high opinion
understand.
properly.
You have to understand, Temasek Sec, well, I shouldn't have said my secondary school name. Anyway,
High demand.
Temasek Sec,
Okay. Is it like
Temasek Sec, I don't know why, we got a bunch of what they call scholars from, that means they got a mixture of Indonesian, Philippines, and Chinese scholars that come to our school as secondary school students. So the Chinese calligraphy was literally, to me, open up, right? Because they got so many Chinese students, and then there'll be that few that is so good, the teacher will just take this few and take part in competition and win one. Then the rest, right, like my friends, right, they'll join and say, join very good one. The teacher won't care if you write good or write not good. You just complete, right, then go home.
Okay. So it's really like, you just do the minimal, then you can go home already lah.
Yes. So like the teacher might say, today like we might write, let's say a couplets. Then you'll just write anyhow. Then like, 做完了可以回家了. Then go home lor.
Interesting. Chinese calligraphy. To be honest, I didn't know that this was a CCA.
It was a CCA in my school.
Yeah, okay lah.
We
No,
get
no,
2 points from it.
Very
Yes,
difficult, honesty.
If you win a sport, if you win a competition, maybe.
I think there's a few criteria to meet for the 2 points. Like you must win some competition and then must participate in some national level competition. Yeah. And then must win some, I don't know, trophy or what lah. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Chinese calligraphy. Okay. Paul, you're up next. What are you going to take?
Okay, I will take the performing arts.
Okay, arts.
And I think our school is the most famous. This is the most famous CCA for like performing arts, and it's the drama club.
Yeah, drama.
RIP to our teacher. You know she passed away, right?
Oh, is it?
Quite
what's
sad.
the name?
Sheila Gregory. Yeah, Miss Sheila
Yeah,
Gregory.
Sheila Gregory. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
so sad.
Whenever there's like a school play or like school performance, I will always go and watch because it's so fun. It's like her choreography is so good, right? Because apparently she took a class in. She went to New York to study film and theater, I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I don't know.
There's always something about her that's very like
unique. Yeah. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, right, like I don't know if you were to see like the other standards of like different schools, their drama club, it might not be like as good. But my impression of drama club is always very, very good because of the fact every time I watch the play, right, it's like really blow you away, like how well they perform or like how interesting the subject matter. I remember I went to watch because they have to, like they have how creative it is matters in the SYF, correct? Or like well thought out the thing
youth
is.
festival, all this, yeah.
Yeah, based on the theme of that year, right? So I remember that theme of the year was time or something like that. And then the play that I watched, right, my cousin Timmy was the one that was like the main person of the play lah. I remember they did like a elaborate play on time travel and it was very like well thought out, very like well clever. How like if you do one thing, it affects the future timeline, stuff like that. Yeah. So drama is but I also think like if I could have done any art CCA, right, I would have probably done drama because it's like teach you how to be confident in front of people.
Correct.
Stuff like that,
And
Oh, that's very
Like, I've
different
been to-
from like other schools, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
It is, bro. It is. It's really very, very different. It's like I would say Singapore version of like High School Musical.
Yeah, that's why. It's like, when you tell me, right, it sounds like
that,
it sounds like High School. It sounds like High School Musical, bro. But my drama club, right, as in primary school, right, it's like they have to force everybody to watch it. Like, or after today's school announcement, please everybody, please watch the drama club. Let's welcome 15 minutes. Then they come for 15 minutes. Then the guy, the like everybody just like can tell they rehearsed this last week. Then they come out. Yeah.
Last minute.
Yeah, last minute.
Yeah.
But wow, honestly, your club sounds like intense.
Yeah.
Bro, they charge money for tickets on it.
Yeah, they charge money for tickets to go and watch the show.
Like it's like $20 for one ticket. That kind.
Yeah. The only reason I got to watch because I was a prefect, so I had to go and like take care of the duty. That's why I go and see. Yeah, but if you were to go and see like the amount of like how to say thought they put out in the set design and stuff like that,
and everything.
Yeah, the props and stuff like that. Yeah, and then the music that they pick, the transitioning and stuff like that. That's why I always have a good impression of drama. But then I also went like when I went to the millennia that phase, right? Then I saw the drama club. It was like it's very different. It's like they were teaching each other how to slap each other, like you know like I was like, well, I also watched the WWE. I also know like the HBK.
WWE.
Okay, next up, Brandon, what are you gonna take?
I'm gonna take the that I've joined ever in my life.
Oh, it's the only one you joined.
It's the only one. My mom forced me to join because in primary school, right, I was very accident prone, right. So my mom told me that honestly, you should go, like you should join Red Cross. Just in case you're bleeding, what? And you're going to die, at least you can try to save yourself. You're a medic. Because you don't need to ask, I need a medic. No. I'm the medic. My leg is bleeding.
Do you learn anything? Do you feel that was valuable?
First aid, right? Is it?
No, I joined for, bro, literally like I think few weeks only. Like, and you know me when I was younger, right? I can't stand regimentation, bro. And discipline wasn't my middle name, bro. Like I literally, I'm out, bro. Because I remember, right? They said that if you needed like the shirt or like the sash, right, to come into class, like something like that. Like you needed something. You need to wear like change your you need to change out of your uniform to the Red Cross uniform to come into like to join the CCA. Then I thought, what kind of stupid thing is this? Why can't I just wear my normal? Like how? Like why must I change my uniform to learn like to learn things that I can do in my normal uniform? So after that, I just threw the uniform away. I couldn't go back to class. I couldn't go back to CCA.
I do find that they teach you stuff that is right. Could be valuable. Like you teach you CPR or stuff like
CPR. Yeah. No, and the way they like it changes your first response to like honestly like when someone's injured, someone is hurt. Like what do you do? And after that, as in like during my time there, like they got arranged like like you got those like blood donation drive, then everybody help out together. Like it's really it's like a lot of good cause, like you, at the point of time at NKF, like you help out, and like they always get the Red Cross people to like do like be like the volunteers.
But Brandon, I thought you only joined for 2 weeks. How come you speak like you joined for 2 years like that?
No. They always ask me to come back. They always keep asking me to come back to help. Like, hey, bro, do you want to come back on Saturday to go help the blood donation drive? I'm like, hey,
labor.
brother, I don't even want to help myself. I damn long never go to Red Cross already. I don't know what to do there, bro. But then, they still ask me to join in, but then I didn't.
Red Cross.
All right, Red Cross is off the board. Okay, I'm up next. I have 2 more, and then we will round off. Okay, so I have to take the
performing arts.
What do I have to take? Performing arts and the uniform group. Okay, I think I'll just pick the like safe options. So performing arts, I think to be honest, the one that is left is the choir. I will just take the choir.
When I am down and all my soul was so weary. When trouble.
Okay, but I was saying that when they are identifying the arts that are special in ACS Barker, right? They got say like this Peter Tan got say, the principal at the time, he says that okay, drama is a niche art category.
Niche,
so
performing arts.
Niche performing arts. Yeah. So he ranked the system is like niche, then like B and then C, right? our school, the choir is C.
Nobody want to go.
Yeah, so whenever they perform like the ACS Day or like
the Founders Day anthem on this side.
Yeah, once in a while you'll hear like someone a bit off pitch or like
So it's laughing halfway.
yeah, or, they come into my tropical. Yes, I always remember this song. Then I always ask my friend, "Hey, can you help me sing that song again?" And he's like, "No, I don't." Yes, but
You have friends who inquire.
yes, I had friends that were in choir.
Oh,
but
that's quite cool, sir.
yeah, but I do feel that if you like to sing and you sort of like want to learn how to like how to say they teach you the
Control
basics of like
Yeah.
control the basics, and then also like like okay, actually your vocal range is like this type, like so you should be singing this type of thing. Yeah, I think it's quite good lah, quite unique in a way. But I didn't grow up with the best choir example lah. So I can imagine like if there are a school that is like wow, the SYF the choir is always like the best this type. I think can be quite like beautiful and stuff like that. Now the next up is the uniform group. I think that there's only one like famous one left. Like I think like there are others. I don't really want to pick this, but I think that is the best available.
You have no choice.
Yeah. I'm taking the boys' brigade.
Go for your Methodist walk.
But bro, whenever I think of okay, like my brother, right? He was in boys' brigade in primary school. Then only in secondary school he did bowling. But my impression of boys' brigade, right, is always like, wow, Saturday you have to come down to school.
Yeah, bro.
Every time got like what charity drive, you have to go and help give out stuff.
Methodist walk.
Methodist walk. Then after that, like his Saturday you have to do all of the scout stuff. Then you have to stand in the
carnival
sun.
also you have to carnival also you need to activate.
But I do think that boys' brigade is the first thing that a lot of people think of when they think of a uniform group. Yeah, because I think it's the biggest, right? If I'm not wrong, in Singapore.
I think so.
Like every school has
Then they get a lot of
yeah. They have a
And
boys'
also,
brigade
like,
union, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, and then the boys' brigade HQ also, right? At Great Wood, at the Kim Sing there, yeah.
But I can imagine like me, Brendan, Paul, right? It's like this is not the CCA for us, man.
We go there, we cannot kick out instantly.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Yeah, not for me, boys' brigade. But I do understand like if you're if you need regimentation in your life, it's not the worst life. Yeah. Also, a lot of people complain about it on Reddit. Okay, next up, Brendan. You need female.
Female. I shall pick the one that no one like. Paul didn't want to pick. I shall pick rhythmic gymnastics.
Good pick.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah.
Rhythmic is the flag one, right?
Yes.
Then they throw the hula hoop.
Yeah. Then they throw the thing that.
Yeah. Then somehow if you miss the hula hoop, right, you can just pretend to be graceful and then it's all part of my routine.
Let it bounce, let it bounce and catch it.
You do like a frontward flip, then you're just like, yes. Goodbye hoop.
Hey, but there's one more girls' uniform group you didn't take. You could have taken.
I could have taken. But I felt like I don't know really like
too much.
I feel like you too many
because this
uniform
rhythmic is more niche than the one like the artistic gymnastics which you hang on the ring, you know, like those kind.
Yeah. People would more likely want to join the rhythmic gymnastics. They would want to try like even for girls, they would rather let's say if I'm a girl, right, I would rather try rhythmic gymnastics than join like the other girls group. Girls group.
Yeah. Plus,
I think back to the Kichu part lah. No little girl will Kichu and say I want to be like in this girl uniform group.
Yeah.
But some will say I want to join gymnastics.
Because it's
I want
cool.
to manage gymnastics. Yeah.
It's cool. Yeah. Plus, you get when you watch the Olympics when you're young, then like, it's actually quite cool lah. Yeah. But little did they know that it's actually a super difficult sport. Yeah, really gymnastics. Gymnastics in general is just
this ain't no Hai Di Lao twirling noodle thing, man.
Pour in the soup. Alright, Paul, what are you going to take? Your last one. You need
I need a slacking CCA.
Yeah, Slacker CCA.
Okay, I'm gonna pick my primary school CCA. This was my ultimate like Slacker CCA, and I in a way low-key regret I didn't take a sports CCA because I find that my development like was hindered by this lah.
Do you do the sound?
I joined. No, bro.
Oh, okay.
This is a very morally right CCA.
Ah.
But it's a Slacker CCA and it's Christian Fellowship.
What the shit?
Bro, I tell you, ACS Junior Christian Fellowship, it's like you are doing things that are wrong, but it's morally right. Okay, so for Christian Fellowship, right? It was on Fridays, 2 hours only. So 1 hour we will play like Captain's Ball. The other 1 hour we watch like Moses and the Red Sea or something.
What the shit?
No, really. That was what we did for Christian Fellowship.
I would say that's a good movie lah.
Bro, Bro, it was the ultimate slack CCA for me.
Yeah.
Friday,
But
2 hours.
I would think
done.
Yeah, but I would think that. But after a while, right, there won't be that many movies. It means they just keep replaying the Prince of Egypt movie every year.
Yeah, so what they do, right, after they play the Prince of Egypt, then they play the Moses and Red Sea, then they play what other kids show? Like kids, it was all cartoon one. There was no like live action.
Oh, like those VeggieTales section.
VeggieTales was one. Then the other one, Salty Bible, is it?
Yeah,
Salty Bible. Yeah, Salty Bible.
The blue color Bible.
Correct. And then if we didn't watch shows, right, we would just like sing, we worship songs for like half an hour, and then the other half an hour we go back to playing like Captain's Ball or soccer again. Bro, it was so fun, right? I look forward to going to Christian Fellowship. Do you remember who was that? Who was it? ACS Junior. Auntie Nancy, remember?
Uncle Raymond.
Oh, Auntie Nancy, yeah. Okay. I remember
Uncle Don.
Nancy, yeah, Uncle Don.
And Uncle Don, yeah.
Yeah, they were
Were like the caretakers of the school-ish in a way lah, but they were also running the like special, like not special needs, like people, like family boys who needed like financial assistance, that kind. They would take care of them.
Yeah, they were good people.
Yeah. I remember last time also I was under the financial assistance scheme, right? So every Monday I would go there, then they'll give me like $2 to go and eat breakfast, like go and buy recess for this. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they're very caring people lah. I always remember, especially like when you're in primary 1, primary 2, we have this thing every Wednesday, right? It's like we have
fun time.
Yeah, fun time. Then I always remember they're the one that like orchestrating the fun time and coordinating.
Yeah, running the show, yeah.
Yeah, good. It's an interesting pick. It's like a thought. It was a how to say? I did think of it, but then I thought like I don't want to. Yeah, but it's also then again it's also not available to every school. So it's like yeah lah.
Correct. Yeah.
play Captain's Ball. Alright, Jin Yong, what are you going to take? Your last one.
My last one, I'm going to pick I have to pick a sport. I'm picking this sport because this was the sport that I Kichu say I want to take part in primary 4. Then my coach abandoned me and retired.
Okay.
I'm choosing basketball.
Oh,
B-ball.
B-ball.
So unlike soccer where all the glamorous kid play, right? Basketball is full of Chinese beings.
Yeah. Me and Brandon were basketball.
But apparently now, right, in secondary schools, right, and in primary schools, basketball is more famous than soccer,
Serious,
man?
Yeah.
I would think
very,
so.
very famous now.
How to say? You go most neighborhoods, right? They might have a basketball court available or something like that, lah.
Yeah, and like basketball, 3 people can play already, right? They can play
Just don't need a lot.
Half
To be
court
honest,
kind.
you by yourself, you can play already. You can start shooting
correct.
and stuff like that. Yeah, you can practice your shots or that. But football is a bit different. It's like the most you can do is dribble or like
shoot into the empty goal.
But I remember I used to be kind of scared sometimes when I go like neighborhood basketball court, right? Then you see all the bigger kids there play until like very serious. Then like I want to play, but don't know whether can join them, cannot join them, this kind.
But when I play with my friends at my neighborhood, because I stay in Sengkang at both time, really got a lot of upping, and in a lot of times they always get to fights one. Yeah. But I was usually never involved because I'm the least aggressive.
All right, interesting. Basketball is off the board. Okay, I'm going to read off the teams and then we can talk about the honorable mentions. Okay, so for myself, the sport is rugby. The uniform group is Boys Brigade. The performing arts is choir. The female sport is female CCA is netball, and the slacker one is library club. For Brandon, is sports is soccer. His uniform group is Red Cross. Your arts is modern dance. Your female only is rhythmic gymnastics, and your slacker is computer club. For Paul, sport is water polo. The uniform group is NCC. The arts is drama. the female is Girl Sky, and the slacker is Christian Fellowship.
Christian.
Morally, right? Yeah, very morally.
You said it, not me.
Morally, right.
You said it, not me. And then, lastly, Jin Yong, sport is basketball. Your uniform group is Scouts. Your arts is symphonic band. Your female is ballet, and your slacker is Chinese calligraphy. All right, let's talk about some honorable mentions. I think mostly it's sports, right? A lot of honorable mentions is sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I wanted to pick
for me, bro.
Tennis.
Tough
Badminton.
club.
That's not
It's not a CCA, bro. It's a
Yeah, I know.
mandatory recess time.
I was going to say,
Wow.
honestly, like, if you can pick tough club for a uniform group, that would be damn funny. Yeah.
Uniform group. Because they wear what? The PE attire. Uniform group.
No, they all, bro, my school, the tough club, they had to wear, in secondary school, they had to wear the t-shirt, fit not fat t-shirt.
So demeaning.
Isn't that their uniform?
Cannot label, yeah.
Got regimentation, bro. Like every time, after assembly, can the tough club please proceed to your the running station? Then they will start running.
So I remember for my tough club, right? Because we had recess before lunch, there was a short period of recess. Wow, I remember that recess, right? They say tough club members cannot go, Then you all have to exercise for half an hour. Wow. Horrible, man.
Normal, yeah.
Yeah.
Sucks, yeah.
But now they changed, the MOE changed the system. So now tough club, right, is done during PE.
Okay, that's good. No, that's
So
better.
PE lesson, right, the non-tough club will go and do the sport. Then the tough club will just have to do
Running.
tough club things during PE, which is makes sense lah, because you don't take away their recess time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. Yeah, let them eat.
Yeah. Let them eat. But my school
Primary
doing
school was
exam.
primary
My
school
school
tough club,
doing
right, I
assembly time.
reported to school 1 hour earlier.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well,
that's crazy,
that's
So
torture,
at
man.
6:30 have to reach. Then I remember 7:30 was flag raising. So we had
If you don't go,
if you don't go, I don't know, the teacher will mark you down or what. Then you have
then
to
mark
go
down
see
only,
the
just
teacher
okay
or something.
Just mark down only.
My mom was very supportive because she found me very fat. Then she's like, "Oh, I bring you, don't worry."
But I don't want to go, mom.
I want to stay here and eat food with you.
But actually, last
Yeah,
time secondary school, there's this CCA, right? That I thought was damn cool. Air rifle. I thought air rifle was very cool.
Oh yes, air rifle.
Oh, yes, this
Bit
is
niche,
Yes, that,
very
yeah.
niche.
Yeah. I would say like the sports stuff, like badminton, basket, swimming,
Tennis.
Table tennis, yeah.
yeah, tennis,
tennis.
swimming. The other uniform groups is like what? NPCC and then
NPCC,
the
yeah.
St. John Brigade.
NCC.
I wanted to say
NCCA.
chess club as
Yeah,
slacker club.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
chess
sorry?
club, my god.
Chess club as slacker,
Oh,
as the slacker club.
I thought about
But it's
that. right?
very mentally
Yeah, it's-
challenging.
Yeah, it's because like I thought about it, but then I was thinking like Chinese chess, right, and Chinese checkers and what's that?
English chess.
Yeah, and English chess, right? It's like you go through the whole day of school, right? Then you still got to spend like 2 hours using your brain to go and
Yeah, it's like
Brain.
the total
Yeah.
opposite of slacking.
yeah.
I,
It's in like from the outside it looks like slacking. If you enjoy it, then I guess it's not slacking. You know what I mean? If you enjoy
Yeah.
playing chess, yeah, lor.
I thought
debates
a
the
good-
other
a
slacker
slack-
club.
debates, yeah.
Debates,
Oh, yeah, debate.
debates, they put you in a lot of competition, one. I find.
No, bro. Those are the competitive debates, but we are the participating debates.
Yeah.
We just slack.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I thought art club was also a very slack
Yes,
club.
art
Like
club,
usually,
art club.
art club. Yeah.
No, I wrote down, right, the slacker one is art club, AV club.
Yes, AV.
AV,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
That these certain schools have this, right? It's actually board game club. I thought I was like, wow, bro,
Yes.
if
Wow,
there's this such thing,
that's-
I'll be like the best at
You enjoy
Monopoly or Game of
Monopoly.
Life.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, I tell you-
I
I tell you-
like what risk.
When I researched these board game clubs, right, some school have an even cooler name for it. They call it Mind Sports Club.
My sports club.
Yeah.
Mine.
Then I saw like the only board game that has competition in Singapore, I think, is Scrabble. So
Yeah.
it's like
So that's why some
you have
schools,
to
right,
be a Scrabble.
some schools they call their CCA the Scrabble Society. Then cool.
Scrabble
Damn
nuts.
cool. sia.
Scrabble nuts. Scrabble eggs. All right.
Yep.
Let's wrap that up. That was our CCA draft. If you enjoyed the episode, please remember to give it a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe. We have episodes that drops every Friday. But at the same time, also, if you're into football, we have the Football Kaki that drops every Wednesday. And also, if you want to hang out with a couple of bros to dive into different fun topics, you can hang out with myself. Actually, this whole crew, myself, Jin Yong, Paul, and Brandon here, right? We have the Kopi Bro Show that drops out every Monday. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to go and vote, please head over to our Instagram to go and vote for your favorite team or for the CCA that you're probably very passionate about and you took part in when you were in secondary school or primary school.
Chinese calligraphy.
Yeah, Chinese calligraphy. If you want to go and vote for that, yeah. I'll be putting a slide to our Instagram page right about now. Voting opens every Friday at 12 p.m. and closes the next day at 12 p.m. as well. All right. We hope everyone, all your students that are going back to school, you have a fun time as you go and do your CCA. Hopefully not on the weekend. But remember
to keep warm because there's a draft coming.
You raise me
up till I can stand on my own.
So I can stand on.
All right, bye boys. See you all.